Welcome to the boating adventure. Today is Wednesday, the 7th of June 2023, and we're doing something a little bit different today. We're going out kayaking, not on a canal, not on a river, but on a lake. We've come to Rudyard Lake, which is just outside of the town of Leek. Rudyard Lake is about a quarter of a mile wide and it's about 2.5 miles in length. And it's a reservoir really, which was built to supply water to the Colden Canal. It was opened in 1799, so it's been around a while. and now it's just a really nice place for lots of leisure activities like paddling. And if I turn the camera around, you can see there are a few little yachts. Little cruisers. There's a tea room and a boat house. There's supposed to be information in there. So we're just going to set off, and we think we might be going in an anti-clockwise direction, I think, yeah? So if we set over on that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's where you've got to go.
Alright, off we go. Rudyard Lake is owned by the Canal and River Trust, but it is managed by another group on their behalf. There is a launch fee. The launch fee is £12 per kayak. So obviously with two of us in here, £6 a piece, not too bad really. The £12 includes your car parking fee for the day. The £12 lasts from 9 o'clock until 5 in the afternoon. There is a steam train apparently that runs somewhere on the side of this lake. There's a trip boat that's just gone out with lots of young kids in it, school trip. So there's all kinds of activities for all levels of people who want to take to the water. There is a connection between Rudyard Lake and the Jungle Book, because the Jungle Book, as you know, was written by Rudyard Kipling. He was named after this lake. His parents apparently used to come here quite regularly for holidays and things, and so even before he was a twinkle in their eye, they decided that they were going to name their son Rudyard after this lake. So that's where it comes from. So obviously, in celebration of Mr. Kipling, I decided that for our picnic today I needed to buy some of those.
It's not the same person.
What do you mean it's not the same person?
It's not Mr. Kipling with dipstick.
Ah, but this is an exceedingly good lake.
Oh God.
So there you go. So I've got Steve in the engine room. Say hi.
Hi.
Can't see you.
Hi.
There you go. So when I did some research on this, I discovered that there's one or two people who got plenty of cash. They can either hire or they've bought some sort of lakeside dwellings. I think we're coming up to those in a little while. You can't actually see the end of this lake at the moment, and it just looks like we're going to drop off the edge. For those who don't want to actually go on the water, there is a walk all the way round. Some people walking that today.
5 miles.
How far is it?
5 mile circular route.
All right, okay, so 5 miles.
You can cycle halfway around it,
Okay,
but you can't cycle the rest of it.
Right.
You only walk the rest of it.
okay. So, cycling, walking, and paddleboarding, canoeing, kayaking, some rowing boats that they hire out. A couple have just gone off in a rowing boat for a romantic day on the water. At least that's what they said. And then there's a trip boat which is full of school children at the moment. The water for this reservoir is fed from a river, the River Dane. The River Dane feeds into it, and then the water goes out into the Leek arm of the Colden Canal. Originally it was just going to be a feeder and nothing more, but they decided to make it into a navigable waterway. So that's how you ended up with the Leek branch of the Colden Canal. There's a nice boathouse over there. That's handy. There's one or two of those, aren't there? It's very pretty. It's just a shame that it's a bit cloudy at the moment. The weather forecast for today has changed quite a bit. It was going to be really sunny, and then yesterday was quite a miserable day. So I think it's sunny intervals if we're lucky. And these are some of the properties that people have invested in. Perhaps Mrs. Kipling was busy making cakes there at one time, who knows?
Oh, same person.
The other famous writer that spent some time here was George Orwell, where he sat and wrote some of his material. And of course Mrs. Kipling wrote her recipes.
I'm not going to let that rest, are you?
No. When you've only got one joke, you have to make the most of it. I thought we were nearing the end of it, but I think it goes around the corner. It does, doesn't it? It's got a slight bend on it. You can't actually see the end yet. That's not something we see very often on the canals over here. A seagull sitting on top of a buoy.
Is the boy's name Cliff? Sorry, couldn't resist that. Nice and calm.
Yeah, it has calmed down a bit. I think the wind has dropped slightly, hasn't it?
I think we're a little bit more sheltered.
Yeah. There's a little property here that seems to be, I don't know whether that's another boathouse or something, or it's all closed off anyway. There's a pontoon there that could be useful. In the car park, when we arrived, I discovered that there is there's a toilet block there, and it actually has a changing room. So if you want to change into your kayaking gear and stuff, or change out of it, there is actually somewhere to go and do that if you want to. Actually, we're almost at the end, aren't we now? Unless it goes round the corner. Unless it goes round this tree, it might do. It does look as though we're coming towards the end of it, so that's quite good, because that's about 2.5 miles, isn't it?
It goes further than you think.
It maybe does.
I have a strange feeling that where the houses are up there that you can see.
Yeah.
It goes round another corner.
So there's another sort of house here, shack sort of thing. There's somebody in it because they've got the fire on. Probably baking.
Yeah, that's getting tired now, that joke.
There is a little story about this lake and this area. The village is called Rudyard, and its origins go back to 1022, and it is mentioned in the Domesday Book, 1086, isn't it? And the name Rudyard, it comes from the sort of trees and things that are growing round about. But there is a story that the village gets its name from a chappie who was responsible for killing Richard III at the Battle of Bosworth, and he was called Rudyard. But I think that theory is kind of not quite true, because the Battle of Bosworth was 1485, and this village was known about, certainly in the Domesday Book, if not before. So maybe he got the name from the village, but apparently he came from this area.
Sorry.
There's some static caravans ahead of us in the trees there. Maybe a bit of a caravan site.
What a static caravan's made of?
Static electricity.
Is it aluminium?
No, aluminium, isn't it?
Aluminium.
Go on, is there a joke coming?
No.
Oh.
I was thinking.
Oh, here we go.
I was just thinking, if they were made out of paper, they wouldn't be static, they'd be stationary, wouldn't they?
Oh dear.
So if I sing something, I'm going to make it up.
Yes, it's got to be original.
Oh.
You can't do a cover.
We are rowing up the lake, and we're gonna have a cake when we get back.
Not really. That's probably lost quite a few subscribers.
No, I won't hear that. I'm camping at home, actually.
Yeah, we're both sporting the expensive gloves today. Are they making any difference, do you think? For you?
I'm not going to get. I usually get a blister between the
Yeah, I
thumb
do.
and the first finger. So it's not good. It's padded as well, so it's
It's got a little bit of gel padding, hasn't it?
yeah, on the inside. So
Yeah.
it's a lot easier. It's more comfortable.
From a well-known German sports shop. Is it German? I think it is, isn't it?
German, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a sports shop.
Well, they sell.
Sports equipment now and again.
They do actually sell quite a lot of things like this time of year, camping, don't they? Caravanning and
It's a quite posh place.
well, Aldi. Aldi.
Aldi.
Aldi.
Wherever you want to go, Aldi.
Right, okay, so there's some wildlife over here, some little.
Ducks.
I'm not sure they're ducks.
What are they? Green? Moorhen?
They're not moorhens.
Not moorhens.
No, not moorhens.
Green.
Can't quite get near enough to see them.
I think I was wrong about it going around another
No, it
corner.
doesn't. I think we've
It's
actually
to the end now.
got towards the end. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a coot.
The coot, yeah.
All right, so there's a coot. Brilliant.
That's it, you know, like,
Right, so that's the end of it there. So we're going to turn round and we're going to go.
under that, camera.
We'll go on to our starboard side and carry on going anti-clockwise round. That's that's really nice. That's nice and refreshing. There's right in the distance, just there on that bank, there's a heron. Let's see if we can get towards it, and it might take off then. There he goes. I think he's about to. He's seen some. There he goes. Oh no, that's a false alert.
Short trip.
He's probably clocked us now because I mean they look sideways, don't they? So. Oh, there he goes. Let's see, there he goes. right up in the sky. There he goes. He's away. I had some ducks down here and some cows that are not very happy with the ducks, so the ducks have decided to leave. And there's a slight sunny interval coming up on the starboard side. Just over to the side here, these are they're basically model yachts. From a distance they look like full-size ones, but as we got closer we realised that it's just I suppose not pretend, models, aren't they?
The sun.
And the sun's come out as well. Brilliant. We're almost back at the starting point. So I hope you've enjoyed that little trip round Rudyard's Lake in Staffordshire. We certainly have. It's been a very good experience for us.
An exceedingly good lake.
an exceedingly good lake. And that's what we're going to do in a minute. We're going to open that box of exceedingly good cakes. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one when we've got something even more exciting already booked and planned. So as always, do take care.
Bye.
Bye.